name is Thomas Hendrix Sean O, adopted name. My parents, my mother passed over ownership to a man named Thomas Joseph and a woman named Irene Veronica, right? Because she had a lot of business to do all around the world. She was a geisha. Her name was Charlie Yvonne, right? She named me Zachary. But she passed me out to people that she knew for a long time to bring me up because he was a master sergeant and he would bring me up, in my military discipline and basically like that. I guess mainly the reason. I might have been, I don't know, I'm not sure. I've never joined the military. It could have been removed out of my memory. I could have wound up in a DMZ. I do know I got my ass busted, excuse me, for my language, my French, from a guy named Jesse who was a Green Beret Black Panther. That's like being in the military, get your butt kicked by a Green Beret, right? It was good ass kicking, must have been a captain. I grew up in Brooklyn, right? Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Sorry for my hand in front of my face, that's a bad mistake. It was a Polish neighborhood and a Hispanic neighborhood. A lot of churches, a lot of schools, and one big avenue, Manhattan Avenue, right? It was all the stores were on Manhattan Avenue, kind of like Binghamton, a small town, inside of town, right? Inside of the property, the district. But my mother got pregnant. They asked me what I wanted to name her, right? So I got out the name book, right? And I just went through the name book and looked through the name book. I said, hey, well, why not, my first name is a T, right? So why don't I name her by the same letter T, so that way it'd be confusing, I was always a problem. Me, Joseph, Michael, actually there's another one, William, just recently, and Tara, Irene, and Teresa, right? Irene after my stepmother's name, right? Teresa after my aunt, and Tara the way I named her. I'm Roman Catholic. And I'm in the Sires Club, right? I don't believe that they really crucified the Jesus of Bethlehem. I believe that Pontius Pilate gave him asylum. There was no way that a governor, when deciding that a man was innocent, that he would throw him to the wolves. He always knew for otherwise. To the point of dying or forgetting, was the sacrifice good enough? By the Son of God, and man and God. Go on. Yeah, I believe he was the Son of God. I believe he sat to the right side of God the Father. I don't believe he was sinless. I don't believe he was sinless. I believe if he saw somebody stealing money in a church, he'd get very upset, right, in his synagogue. I believe he did not steal. That I do believe. I don't believe the story about he was stealing loaves of bread, which is why he was crucified. I don't believe that. I don't believe that of him, the individual. He had children. They believe him and Mary Magdalene had an offspring. Who the Sandy believes the sinless is always virgin. That interest in a woman is a sin. I believe he has sex, right? I mean, I've had sex. I can't say I haven't. It was in the corner of Sam Ash music shop on 47th, 49th Street, right? And it looked like it was lonely, right? Or St. Moritz up at Border Road in a free band or something, some small little knick-knack shop. Excuse me. Walked past the Sam Ash store, and I saw this gold guitar, gold wood, right? I said, oh man, that's it, right? And I had about $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to spend. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to spend. There was a sale on the Yamaha, a triple stack, right? Big box speakers, tweeters, mid-range tweeters. And I practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced. And I'm getting better, and like after about 30 years, I can pretty much jam to most anybody, except for some people, unless it's very complicated. Right now, I have a place in Binghamton, 10 Rutherford Street. I've been there before. Every time I've ever been in Binghamton, it's kind of like my apartment, right? Second living room, wall-to-wall carpet. And I'm fixing it up slowly, eventually get slowly, individually married to a woman and live happily ever after, Was the religion really, at least nowadays in 2001, right? really have to say that it's maybe, you know, the guideline of how you have to marry, right? If you want to propagate the faith, right, then it's necessary. Just like propagating the genes. In other words, if you want to complete your name down the line, or you want to complete your hair color down the line, or you want to complete your Roman Catholicism down the line, then it's necessary. But if you love a woman, you marry a woman who more than a woman is, or a man what a man is. Not what they can offer you, not what they can do for you, not what they did for you. You know, it's just what they're like. I believe it's necessary, and I also believe it's not necessary. I got my cigarettes for today, go home with a beer, man, sit around listening to the same old music, kind of figure out what to do with my money on the 6th. I was thinking of buying a guitar again, right, over a music world, right. I have to get cigarettes, and instead of, like last month I didn't get my monies, you know, so like I was short this month for cigarettes. But this month I'll have my cigarettes. Cigarettes, maybe a couple of nickel bags, 6-pack of beer, a case of beer, and send out my mail. Catalogs designate anything and everything that you can buy in the world, everything from Victoria Principal all the way to Heartland and electronics. And that's kind of like my hobby. That's always been my hobby. Only the best in the world is what Secret Service can. By the way, this is good. Bald House Farms. I tried doing my best so far, man, to keep me, New York City and Binghamton clean of drugs, man, because I don't believe kids should be on them. Like, there's only one place you can buy drugs in Binghamton, and that's somebody who maybe we haven't found out yet, you know. It's pot. There's no coke, there's no pills, there's no heroin, you know, there's no hallucinogenics, there's no nothing. It's a good town, man. Oh, man, LSD, heroin, cocaine, you know, the root. Yeah, as you saw on VH1, you know, he's going to jail again, you know, drug possession. You know, I mean, what the heck. But, well, you know, if you don't grow up out of it, it eats you alive. You know, it either controls it or it controls you. There's only two ways about it. If it controls you, you have a fucked up life, you know, dysfunctional life. If you control it, then you can put in a 9-to-5 job, and maybe once in a blue moon come home and have a coffee. Well, it's not everything to an excess, and some things to an even minor incest. You have deformed children, sometimes they come out geniuses, heroin, everybody knows about Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, and they overdosed. Sly Stone on cocaine, he's got a plastic nose. I smoke cigarettes, I'll always smoke cigarettes. Why? I just for the sheer fact of spitting up a phlegm in the morning when it's brown, man, and just for the fact of even the taste of the cherry and the vanilla being remedies. I think, man, if the black people, man, were ever to have a riot, they'd be very sorry, and if the white people would have a riot, they'd be very sorry. I think he's a good president. What the Pentagon kind of like ensues as to who we could use for what is necessary for the country, he's the man for the job, man.